Anime for Blondes.
Jujutsu Kaisen, Execution, Yuta v Yuji.
I have such complicated feelings about Jujutsu Kaisen.
I started Jujutsu Kaisen for Gojo and for all the hot guys, right? Gojo sealed, Nanami dead. Action!
Hello, I'm Becca.
And I'm Allie.
And welcome to
Anime for Blondes, the girly-pop podcast made for girls, gays, theys, blondes, and elves, and Santa Claus,
Jujutsu sorcerers,
and Jujutsu sorcerers.
Happy holiday special, guys.
Happy holiday special. Merry Christmas. And
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy winter solstice.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Today, as our Christmas present to our listeners, to everyone, to me,
To ourselves,
to me, kinda.
Mostly you.
Mostly to me. And to everyone who's been here since our Jujutsu Kaisen days.
Dude,
a whole year ago.
I'm getting deja vu.
Do you get deja vu? Because for our holiday special last year, we did the Jujutsu Kaisen Zero movie.
Yep.
With introducing our guy Yuta.
Yep. And in what we watched and what we're recapping today, he's very relevant.
Jujutsu Kaisen, Execution, Yuta v Yuji.
Dude, and
He's
I was
back.
dreading it.
I know.
I was dreading it because I want to, you watch that movie, you want to like Yuta. I'm sure you could go back and watch our recap of it.
Mm-hmm. We love Yuta.
But then at the end, he wants to kill Yuji.
I think that might have been the end of season 2 even.
Well, but like basically in the end of knowing Yuta, he wants to kill Yuji. And so you're like, wait, I liked this guy.
Yeah.
Why is this happening?
Yeah, so and on the record, it's because the Jujutsu sorcerer people in charge, Yuta is like Yuji, he's also like trying to earn his way out of a death sentence, basically. Mm-hmm. And they're like, hey, you do a great job, but like we still can't really trust you. And they're like, this other guy needs to be executed. And he's like, okay, I got you. I will execute Yuji. I don't care that he's a student of Geto.
Yes.
Or of Gojo. I don't care that he's a fellow
Freudian
student.
slip.
I don't care that he's also a student of Gojo. I will execute Yuji. And I know you're not just going to believe me, so make me make a pact or whatever, because you remember that that's a thing. Mm-hmm. The pacts that they do.
I didn't remember a single thing.
I know! Thank God the whole, like the first 40 fucking minutes, and
was
I'm
a
not
recap.
exaggerating.
And it was it was kind of a weirdly edited recap.
I enjoyed it because, okay.
No, it was good. It was just kind of, and maybe it's just been so long since I watched it, but it felt like kind of discombobulated a little.
It definitely
like
was.
I would think it was over, and then they would go back to a different part, and I'd be like, oh yeah, this. Like I'd be like, oh no, this is happening, and I'd be like, wait, I already saw this.
Oh yeah, guys, spoilers. This whole thing, this is a spoiler review of the Execution movie.
Yes.
Which is the first couple episodes of the new season of Jujutsu Kaisen coming out in January.
Yes.
If you haven't seen the movie,
go see it in theaters. It was really fun. Don't sit in the front row.
Don't sit in the front row, but also
make sure you have your popcorn ahead of time.
Make sure you have your popcorn ahead of time. Don't trust anyone to buy your snacks for you.
Especially boys.
Especially
your
boys.
cousins.
Especially your cousin, your Capricorn. I'm not gonna call him cheap. I'm gonna say my Capricorn financially minded cousin.
Yes.
Yeah. And matter of fact, get the Cinemark movie club and order your snacks ahead of time.
And it can be delivered to your seat.
Yeah, period. I didn't do that this time.
This is an ad for Cinemark. Cinemark, hit us up.
Guys, I unironically love my Cinemark movie club. Okay. Anyways, so yes, spoilers for the Jujutsu Kaisen Execution arc. Because this is coming out before the season, so.
Yep, we saw it before you, so you don't have to.
Or you can. You can watch it.
No, I have to say, should I say my thoughts, like my overall like ending thoughts first, or should I save them?
Let's go ahead and say your thoughts.
Okay.
Let's do
because
this.
As you all have probably guessed, I tried to like, kind of keep it mysterious, but I was the one that didn't want to recap Jujutsu Kaisen season 3, and I was the one pushing for FRIEREN.
It didn't take. It wasn't a hard push.
It wasn't. And thank you guys so much for your
voting
service.
for
You literally saved my 2026. I'm telling you, I am like not dreading it anymore. But okay, here's how I feel. I left the show I have such complicated feelings about Jujutsu Kaisen.
Okay.
I feel like it's not the show that I want it to be. And I feel like it's unfair for me to expect it to be that show when it's just not that show.
Mm-hmm.
And it bothers me when other people do that with things I like.
Right.
Like, I see people doing that with, like, The Summer I Turned Pretty or Twilight or, like, stuff like that I really enjoy. Stranger Things. And I'm like, I get that you want it to be like this, but that's just not the story.
Right.
So go find a different story.
Okay.
And so
then you did.
And so I feel dumb for feeling this way. And I was even talking about it with Taylor last night, and it's like there are scenes in this show where I'm like, this is the show I want it to be. But they're just so few and far between that I just don't know if I like it. Like, I don't know if it's the show for me because it's like I'm not getting like the pros don't outweigh the cons. The ratio isn't there for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like in this scene, or in this episode, there's a scene with Yuta and Yuji and Megumi and like a bunch of the characters we love. And I was like, this is why I'm watching. Mm-hmm. This is the show
for the characters,
I want.
For the characters interacting and doing stuff together?
Yes.
Yeah.
But for the whole intro and like recap and everything, I was sitting there like, I just don't like this show.
Yeah.
And it's like, how can I say I like a show or like I want to like it if I don't like the
show that it actually
the
is.
Shibuya arc that is like the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's my complicated feelings about it. I did leave it thinking, maybe I could watch an episode a week.
Yeah.
And not be forced to recap it. Maybe
right.
I could do that mentally.
Yeah.
And know that I could drop it at any moment.
Yeah, because you're not dedicated to reviewing it every single week.
Exactly. I think that being dedicated to reviewing something is so difficult. I'm really glad we ended up choosing FRIEREN.
Because we love it.
We love it.
We are going to enjoy every minute of watching it and talking about it.
It's a game-changing anime, and it's a female main character.
Yes.
So yeah, I feel like I have a soft spot for Jujutsu Kaisen because of our history with it in the podcast. I feel for Gege that he felt forced into doing a story that he didn't want to do. I don't really understand why that had to happen. Maybe I'll understand once the Culling Games happen and I'm like, oh yeah, he did have to do all of these seasons of stuff to lead up to the story he wanted to tell. Maybe I'll understand at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my feelings.
And I think your feelings are valid.
Thank you.
I'm going to respond with my feelings.
Yes,
okay.
please.
So every time I talk about Jujutsu Kaisen with someone, right? I'm talking about it with you or Brayden or Malachi or our bestie Yumna. And it's like, obviously, Jujutsu Kaisen is a very flawed story, okay? Because my favorite parts about it, as a reminder, in case anyone wasn't sure, I started watching Jujutsu Kaisen in the first place for my glorious blue-eyed king. Also, while I'm here, shout out happy birthday to my glorious blue-eyed king, Satoru Gojo.
When's his birthday?
Tomorrow, from December 7th, from when we're recording this, his birthday is tomorrow.
Wow.
So his birthday, when this comes out, will have been yesterday.
Happy birthday, Gojo.
Happy birthday, Satoru Gojo.
Maybe we'll title the episode that.
We should. Happy birthday, Satoru Gojo. I love you. Sexiest man in anime, and I still stand by that.
Sorry about your boyfriend.
Sorry, R.I.P. your boyfriend. Yeah, shout out to him. He's kind of the reason we have a podcast in the first place, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Would we have started the podcast about anime if not for Gojo? Don't know.
We probably will never know.
We will never know.
Anyways. The world
Anyways.
may never know what happened that Christmas Eve night.
So I started Jujutsu Kaisen for Gojo and for all the hot guys, right? All right, Gojo sealed, Nanami dead. Todo's cool.
Handless.
He's got one hand. Todo.
Love
Okay.
him. Got to see my favorite part, by the way.
Yeah.
They included that in the movie, which
Thank
I loved.
God. And I love Yuji. It's like funny. But like we don't get enough character moments. There's too much fighting and the magic system is too tedious. It's too tedious. That's it. Like blank. Like they explain it every power that they have so many times, and they even have the narrator explain what's going on. And the thing is, I just feel like you shouldn't have to over-explain your magic system.
And you know I hate a magic system.
I know you hate a magic system, but also they're over-explaining it, and it also still doesn't.
Because you're someone who does like a magic
I
system,
love a magic
and so for
system.
you to be like, this magic system is too tedious is crazy.
It's too tedious. And so like I get it, but it's like it's too much fighting. It really is.
Way too much fighting.
And so I'm talking to people about it, and I'm like, yeah, it's kind of mid. Jujutsu Kaisen is not great. All the best parts about it, there's not enough of all the best parts, like you said, like the best moments, the stuff we love, too few and far in between. But then we're in the movie theater last night, and we're watching the recap of the fucking Shibuya arc, and that music cue kicks in. You are my special. And then I go, let's fucking go. And it's like my brain turns off, and I'm like, I fucking love this shit. Because for me, the fights, there's too many of them, but they are interesting for me to watch. I love the character development that we see during these fights, like Toto's motivational speech to Yuji.
Love.
Nanami's like fantasy as he's like dying, which by the way, I got
Dude, so she needed more popcorn because
because of your boyfriend.
Yeah, the popcorn was being hogged. So she needed her own popcorn. And so Nanami is about to die. She gets up and runs out of the theater.
I leave as soon as I see Nanami walk in, and he's starting to fight that like horde of cursed spirits.
And my boyfriend's like, where's she going? And I go, she doesn't want to see Nanami die, and she's probably getting more popcorn.
And
she did not tell me she did not communicate any of this to me.
But she knew.
She just
fucking
got
exactly.
up and ran out.
Brayden texts me, and he's like, where did you go? I did not respond.
Why was he texting in the theater?
I don't know. Well, it's actually my fault. I was like, is Nanami dead yet? And he goes, yeah, Toto's about to come in. And I was like, okay, great. Also, the guys behind me in line for the popcorn did not know ball. They were there to see the movie too, and they just did not know ball. And at first I was excited. I was like, can I talk about this with them? And I was like, no, they don't know.
They don't know ball.
But yeah, I didn't want to watch Nanami die again. So like, I'm watching the Shibuya arc recapped, and like, I'm seeing. And I'm like, I love it when I'm watching it. But it's like the second I start thinking about it, the whole thing kind of falls apart.
Yeah.
But it does have a special place in my heart. And
okay.
And I also figured out why I love Yuji.
Okay.
Because the opening of the movie, okay, I guess very briefly we'll talk about the new content.
Okay.
Right? The new content that we got. Because spoiler alert, we get like maybe only 30 minutes of new Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah. I just like don't know well enough like what's new and what's not, and also like time frames. I was like, is it over?
And
How long has it been going?
I
didn't know if it was one episode or two.
It's hard to tell. It might be two.
It could have been two.
It felt like one. So it opens with Yuji running from Yuta in like a really cool sequence. They're like flipping on buildings. He's using the cursed spirits that are running around to get away. Rika grabs him at some point. And it's a really cool chase scene. The music is interesting. They play with colors here. And then
I will say the colors in the editing was really good.
Huge improvement.
And I saw other people online saying the same thing.
Yeah, I love that I think, is it okay to say maybe DanDaDan like influenced them a little bit? Do you think, is that okay to say?
I think that could be it.
I hope so. I hope we see more playing with colors in upcoming anime. And then that sequence ends with Yuji grabbing Yuta's sword, and it pans up really far and really slow all the way up Yuta's blade to Yuta holding it.
Yeah, and I have to say, I'm just dumb, and I was like, who is that? I was like, is that Yuta? Is it Megumi? Is it Chozo? I was like, which dark-haired guy is that? Because it's like they barely even like stayed on him.
Yeah. Well, that's
the issue with this show is a lot of the times they like focus on these dramatic moments and they put a lot of weight into these like dramatic moments, and then they don't stay on them long enough, or they don't confirm them to you. And so you just have to like figure it out, or you have to go online and be like, did I make this up? Did this happen? And then people will be like, yeah, it was this.
I can agree with that.
And God, it bothers me.
But I loved the frame, and they knew I would love the frame, me specifically, of Yuji, of like the frame of Yuji on the ground holding the knife and Yuta up above him holding like the sword over him. And it's like, oh no, these two lovable characters that were both taught by Gojo and they're really similar and blah blah blah, like against each other. And I loved it. And during that sequence when he's jumping on buildings and everything, it's like, I was like, oh my god, Yuji is like anime Spider-Man. His attitude and like the burden
and you
he
love
carries,
Spider-Man.
I love Spider-Man. So I was like, wait, that's why I adore Yuji so much.
Okay.
And I think that's why I will always come back to Jujutsu Kaisen.
Okay.
Obviously
just
because
the Spider-Man of it all.
Because Gojo and because of the Spider-Man. Guys, with great power comes great responsibility.
It's
How
so
many
true.
times do we have to tell you? How many times does Gojo have to tell us?
So true.
And Yuji learns that lesson, and he's dealing with that, and it's great to see. So, and then we see Rika pop up. My girl's back. I identify with her so much. I also...
What was the whole... I can't remember what happened, because I know that was his little girlfriend, wife thing. But then I remember he, like, released her at the end.
Yeah.
So what's the whole deal there now?
So her actual spirit is like gone and went to heaven, right?
Okay.
But her cursed energy form is still there.
Okay.
Because Yuta made her, basically.
Okay.
She's basically like a Shikigami that he's got, that he made.
Okay.
And so yeah, she pops up and she grabs Yuji in a big hug and she's like, what you guys doing? And Yuta's like, we're just playing around, hold him tight for me.
Jeez.
And I'm like, I too would also be a big monster and just like follow my husband around and just like be there for him, but also like really scary and like really like,
okay.
Yeah. I just relate to Rika, and I think she is my
self-insert.
Yeah, she's my self-insert here. And Yuta is like my husband because he's really strong, but he's just like a sweetie pie.
Okay.
And I will stand by that. And so Yuta's like, hey man, sorry about this. And he kills Yuji. He stabs him. We see it happen.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, so Yuji's not dead, obviously. But honestly, it kind of would have been cool if he was. Like, that could have been
That wouldn't have ruined the whole thing for you?
See, I had a second where I was like, I know Gege didn't want to tell this story. Is this, like, where the story changes and it turns into the story he wanted? And, like, this is how we get to it? But then I was like, but probably not.
No.
And so I was like, okay, how are we gonna... I thought that, like, Sukuna was gonna take over and then, like, somehow that would...
Okay, yeah.
Because, you know, that's
what happened the
a
first
logical thing to think.
Yeah.
But no, and this was actually the best part of the whole thing for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. So, this shot is so cool. So, like, Yuji wakes up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he wakes up in, like, this cave area or this secluded area where there's, like, a little, like, light and it's just fire. And he's waking up after being unconscious and he's looking around and he's like, what's going on? And it's the exact same like animation and framing as the very first scene in the very first episode when Yuji wakes up and Gojo's sitting across from him and like there's just one light in the room and he's like, what's going on? And Gojo's like, they want you dead. And current Yuji wakes up and Yuta's sitting across from him, this other student of Gojo, and he's like, they want you dead.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the exact same frame and I loved it. I loved that moment
cute.
and I knew exactly what they were doing. But yeah, that was a really sweet scene. And then your favorite part.
Yeah, you get okay, I guess I had multiple favorite parts of the scene. This was just my favorite scene.
Okay, yes, it's a good scene.
This was the best scene of the
entire thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this is the scene that I'm like, I wish this was the show.
Yes.
But so it's confusing. It's like, why is Yuta happy that Yuji's waking up and that he's not dead? And
thank goodness.
yeah, and I was like, is he insane? Like, is he psycho now? Like, what's going on? And Yuji is also like that. He's like, why am I alive? And Yuta explains that he made the pact, so he had to actually kill him, but he does have his healing ability.
His reversed curse technique, which he got from Gojo, which is like a kind of a hereditary power where it's like you take you take negative cursed energy and you multiply it against itself, and it creates positive energy, and that's the reverse curse technique.
Yeah, and he tells him that Gojo had come to him before Gojo was sealed and before everything happened and said, hey, I think they're going to try to kill Yuji. I think this is going to happen. I need you to protect him.
If anything happens to me.
And Yuta took on that burden, and he knew he had to make the pact, and he had to actually kill him so that he fulfilled the pact. And I was like, thank God that they did that so quick, by the way. I was expecting this to be like an arc of Yuta trying to kill him. So glad that's out of the way. I'm so glad that I don't have to hate Yuta. And then we get Megumi walking in.
Oh my god.
I was so happy. Yuji was so happy. Ugh.
It was so... It's the best part. These relationships between these angsty guys is the best part about this show, and we don't get enough of it.
And I feel like so many boy anime, like, they don't see that. They don't get it. That the relationships are the best part.
They're like the fighting and the character... Yes, the fighting and the character development. Okay, I get it. Is this my idea of the male gaze? Am I just assuming that the male gaze is fighting and like personal growth?
Maybe.
But that's what it seems like, because
thing is that other good boy animes, they get it. Like Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia, Attack on Titan, they have the big fight scenes and the big progressions and like getting better, but they also focus on the relationships because they understand that men are multidimensional. Just like we do.
What?
But Jujutsu Kaisen, it just seems like they don't get that.
Yeah, it's because it's there, but the potential just
is severely limited. And maybe it's just because Gege doesn't freaking care about these characters. I don't know, dude.
He doesn't. I'm sorry. And then, like, the evidence is there. He doesn't care about these characters. And that's why I have like beef with him. Like, thank you for creating like the sexiest man in all of anime, but also why would you underutilize him? Like, why would you, like, what is it nerf or like
nerf?
Yeah, why would you nerf that?
Did you just learn this or what?
I was thinking nuke, and that's not right.
This is really relevant to me right now because in RuneScape, my obsession right now, there's a new sailing skill, and they nerfed a bunch of like the XP or like points that you can get by doing certain skills, and my favorite skill, they nerfed it a ton. And then people like rioted in the game, like they were so mad.
I remember you talking about this. And
then they brought it back, and so tonight will be the first. They brought it back yesterday. They like fixed it, and so tonight will be the first time I get to play it at good XP again.
I love it when the dev team listens to user feedback.
Exactly.
And I know what that means because I'm a
We're
gamer.
Gamers now.
I'm a gamer.
We're gamer girls.
So, okay, yeah, Yuji and Megumi are reunited, and Yuji looks really sad, and he's like, it's all my fault, and Megumi's like, oh, first of all, Yuta is the one who's like, hey, it wasn't your fault. My power is mine. Like, Rika, that whole situation, that's my power that I didn't understand, but, like, that really is my fault. This, like, the thing that's inside you, that's not your power. Like, none of this was your fault. And he's like, it doesn't matter if it's my fault. I still did it. And it's like, no, you didn't, but...
Yeah. But I understand feing that way.
I understand too, and
he's
so
a very
does Megumi.
empathetic person. So.
And Megumi's like, listen, I know you're struggling right now, but I need you to stay alive because I need you to save me. And I was like,
King.
Fuck,
literally,
God damn it. Cause
okay, maybe you were cooking with Call It What You Want. Actually,
you don't
need to save me. But
would you run away with me? Yeah. He built a fire just to keep... Anyways.
Okay.
My castle crumbled overnight. I brought a knife to a gunfight. They took the crown, but it's all right.
Okay, actually, you might have been cooking.
Yeah. So, I guess now's a good time to talk about it.
We were talking about Taylor Swift playlist for Jujutsu Kaisen, as you guys know. Also, I was thinking, we should figure out if we can do that on our like Anime for Blonde Spotify.
We should
make official playlists for each show. That would be perfect.
We gotta figure,
because we've done this for every show that we've done.
I know, and we just make them on our personal accounts.
Exactly. If you guys go back, Apothecary Diaries, DanDaDan,
is that it?
Solo Leveling.
Did we publish the playlist for Solo Leveling?
I didn't know we made any for any of them. I just thought we discussed.
Oh no, I made them.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I was like, we need to do that with this now. we've even talked about FRIEREN ones already.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh
my god, yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. But yeah, so I was like, what are the Taylor Swift Jujutsu Kaisen?
It's the moment you've all been waiting for. What we do here at Anime for Blondes. What is the Jujutsu Kaisen Taylor Swift playlist, and what is the song for each character?
Yes.
All right. So we've been bickering about this.
Yeah, because I asked this, and she, like, just says a bunch of Christmas songs.
I said Champagne Problems. I take Champagne Problems back. I will take that one back.
Yeah. I feel like that one you were just thinking, like, dorms. Is that all you were?
Maybe. So, 'Tis the Damn Season, I Stand By is a Gojo Gato song.
I can see it.
It always leads to you in my hometown. They don't see each other for years, and then they come back together, and Gato dies on Christmas.
I think it works because of the Zero movie.
Yes. Well, that's what a lot of this hinges on. That's also why Back to December is also a Gojo Gato song.
Yeah, it definitely could be. I think it's hard because, again, we're looking at this very like relationship focused, which is the only way you can when it comes to Taylor Swift songs. But the show is like just so little relationship focused and so much more of like the battle focused.
Right.
And there's not a lot of Taylor Swift songs that can really encompass those feelings.
Mm-hmm.
So my first thought was Anti-Hero for Yuji. Very obvious.
Yeah, it's me. Hi, I'm the problem.
Yeah. Also, I was thinking Midnight Rain for Yuji and Megami.
I am so glad you said that because I didn't want to say that, and because you were hating on all my choices.
Well, because she kept just saying like generic like breakup or love songs, and I was like, okay, just because Gojo and Gato were in love and broke up doesn't mean we can just use every single song. Like, yes, every song applies to them.
Okay.
But we have to be picky still.
Okay, fine. Yes, Midnight Rain, I agree. Yuji and Megami.
Yes.
And then You Did Death by a Thousand Cuts. Was that for Gojo and Gato?
Yeah.
Okay,
I feel like that in general, I definitely was thinking Gojo Gato, but I feel like that also could just really work for like a lot of the people in it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, definitely the like my heart, my hips, my body,
my love.
Trying to find a part of me that you didn't touch. Gave up on me like I was a bad drug. No.
Okay.
Our songs, our films, United Stand, our country gets
this was a lawless land, especially now. Yeah,
exactly.
Okay. Love it. I love it. So you guys are just gonna eat. I have a vision.
You're gonna have to deal with it.
You're gonna have to deal with this vision. Becca doesn't love it. Is it because you think it's low hanging fruit, or something?
Which one are you gonna do?
Life of a Showgirl Bridge.
No, I think it's just like it works, but it's just kind of like it feels like it's gonna be an unpopular one, and so I don't know if we should put too much weight into it because people already don't like the Life of Showgirl, and it's a little bit too much like pretend that they're not talking about singing and performing and pretend they're talking about this, and you know what I mean.
I think, okay, you know what I will do is I will take on the responsibility of making this edit, and I will post it, and then everyone will see the vision. Okay,
read it.
It's the bridge for Life of a Showgirl. You gotta picture Yuta and like Yuji, and then Gojo is like Kitty, the showgirl that they were admiring. Of course. Okay, I took her pearls of wisdom, hung them from my neck. I paid my dues with every bruise. I knew what to expect. Obviously, Gojo's teaching them all of his pearls of wisdom. Do you want to take a skate on the ice inside my veins? They ripped me off like false lashes and then threw me away. Yuta and Yuji both trying to be thrown away by these Jujutsu sorcerer higher-ups. And all the headshots on the wall of the dance hall are of the bitches who wish I would hurry up and die.
Yeah.
But I'm immortal now. I couldn't if I tried. Because they have friends, they keep saving each other. And the whole like story, the character-based part of the story, the good part of the story, the heart of it really is they're the teachers trying to make a better world for the students, and then being taken out of the picture, and then the students being forced to take on the mantle, sometimes before they're ready. So it's like they become the showgirl, if you will.
Yeah.
Like, that's the whole heart of the story. So I don't think that's that crazy. And when I make that edit, you guys are going to see the vision, and it's going to look really cool with, like, the fighting edits that I'm going to do to it.
You know what would actually be low-hanging fruit is father figure.
For Nanami?
Just for everyone. Like, father figure edit, like that, it's like the Great War. Like, it's like you can't do that for anything because it just fits everything.
Could we say the same thing about Cardigan? Like, put Cardigan music over any edit, and it suddenly becomes the most devastating thing you've ever seen.
I feel like that one specific Cardigan clip that, like, everybody uses, that one, but Cardigan as a whole, I don't know.
Okay.
Like the, you just guys
yeah. Okay, so we've established call it what you want for Megami and Yuji. We've agreed on that.
Yeah, we'll allow it.
I said this is me trying for Megami.
Okay. God, I just don't feel like I know Megami.
Which is crazy.
And I want to.
I know.
I would like to, but I just don't feel like I know him that well.
I would argue we don't know a ton of the characters that well.
I feel like maybe Hoax for someone or something.
Hoax?
Just because it's so dark and the show's getting so dark.
The show, yeah, it is.
Is there any, because, like, the Halsey one is, like, the main one. I'll say
everything is blue, gray, his pills, his hair. Anyways.
Yeah, and Taylor uses a lot of, like, colors. Is there any of those that we can...
Red.
Yeah, red, but,
Okay. I don't think so.
Also, that one, TikTok viral bridge is the... We were talking about this earlier.
Yeah, I know. But
that's very
the fact that we can't name the bridge is bugging me.
It's on my playlist. I listen to that song all the time.
We were also...
The world ended when it happened to me.
Yeah. Oh, would've, could've, should've was my idea for Yuji and Sukuna.
I like that.
God rest...
Oh, and You're on Your Own Kid.
You're on Your Own Kid for Yuji.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, for kind of all of them, really.
Mm-hmm.
You're on Your Own Kid. But God rest my soul, I miss who I used to be. The tomb won't close. I regret you all the time.
Yeah.
That's very them. And then dancing with our hands tied.
Yeah. I mean, that's
yeah. Is that the same issue for you?
No, it's just like, yeah, of course that one. Because Gojo and Geto are boyfriends.
Yeah. And I loved you in secret. I loved you in spite of, like, the world would divide us. Anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so to summarize, we got Antihero, You're on Your Own Kid, Woulda, Coulda, Should've. Did you want to throw 7 in there or nah?
Nah, I don't think it fully works.
Okay, Life of a Showgirl.
Death by a Thousand Cuts.
Death by a Thousand Cuts.
Midnight Rain.
Midnight Rain. Oh, they're very Midnights coded. I'm learning from this. And then... Oh, I will still say 'Tis the Damn Season. Oh, and Right Where You Left Me.
Okay. I can see that.
And if you have other ideas for what Taylor Swift song we can put all of these sad boys to, let us know.
Yeah,
we didn't talk about Chozo at all. That still confuses
don't know
you.
what to even, like, think about that one.
Yeah.
It's so funny. But that's another one of the, like, scenes where they did not, like, explain or linger long enough.
Yeah,
it's like,
I agree.
So, like, Yuji sees his life flash before his eyes when he's killed. And he sees his mom. And she is, like, freaking...
She's Kenjaku.
Yeah.
His mom is Kenjaku.
Like Geto.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's, like, that's why Chozo and Yuji are brothers and why Chozo, like, realized that. Also, I was thinking that we should do a Sukuna and Chozo cosplay together.
Am I Sukuna?
Yeah.
Yes!
Because you can do pink hair, and then I'll do Chozo, I'll do the space buns, and we just have to do the makeup, really. I think that would just be really cute. I was thinking that the whole movie.
I actually literally saw... They weren't together. They weren't in the same group. I saw a girl in Sukuna face makeup and a girl in Chozo face makeup in line.
I only watch anime for the cosplay. That's the only reason I watch anything, honestly.
For the costumes. Becca's passionate about
I'm very costume pilled. But yeah, they didn't even, like, explain that. I hope you said you don't remember, you're not sure. Classic. I really hope that they explain that more. I did see people on Reddit complaining that that was way too quick as a way to explain it. So hopefully we'll see. I would love for them to do like a full episode or something where they like really delve into backstory for Yuji and his family, and we get kind of like his grandpa again. That would be really sweet. I liked how they added in the element of his grandpa a lot. The other issue that I really took with this was the Nobara confirmation that she's dead.
like, I gotta ask about Kuyosaki, and
just nothing.
Megumi says nothing.
Silence, and you're just like, okay, I get it.
He's like, I see.
And
what do you see?
Everyone's like, no, it's confirmed. Like, she actually is dead. And I'm like, there's just no way. Like, I literally will watch this. Maybe that's the whole reason I'll watch it, is because I need to prove everybody wrong that she's not dead. And if she is actually dead, and that's the only explanation we ever get,
that's a bad storytelling.
Gege is a bad storyteller. And whoever adapted it is also a bad storyteller, because that's something
MAPPA.
you fix. That's something you fix in the adaptation. And that I will die on that hill.
Okay.
I also just feel like I know that Gojo dies because of how you like. I just feel like you're in mourning every time you're talking, like you're grieving every time you talk about this show. So I do not know. I don't know that for sure. Both of these guesses are completely unspoilered guesses. But I just know I'm right about both of them.
Yeah. Stay out of our YouTube comments, because people are gonna say everything.
Yeah, don't spoil it for me, you guys, please.
Try not to. Please. She's gonna look up the spoiler. She's literally gonna look it up on Reddit or something.
But yeah. But otherwise, it was really fun to go with you and Taylor and Brayden.
I love that this has become a podcast tradition.
Yes, same. We'll have to figure out something to watch next Christmas.
Next Christmas?
For Jujutsu Kaisen.
Maybe, or next Christmas we'll have Apothecary Diaries.
Maybe
the Apothecary Diaries,
the live
movie.
action,
or the live action, guys.
I
Apparently,
wasn't sure
that's
if that's
news.
the movie or not.
I
think that might be the movie.
What if that's? Oh, what if that's?
I did not
movie?
confirm that, but yeah, we got a live action Apothecary Diaries, guys. But yeah, any final thoughts?
I will be watching the next season. Oh, I will probably be talking about it on our TikTok account.
Perfect. I love that.
Just like sharing my thoughts.
Yeah, we were playing around with the idea of like the Jujutsu Kaisen minute, and like maybe in our free run recaps we do like literally a minute where I time her and she just gives a recap of the
just
show
1
in a minute.
Yeah, I can try.
I think that would be really funny.
And that way you don't have to watch it, but you can if you
exactly.
want.
And I can keep up.
Yeah, and then you know what's going on.
So let us know what you guys think about the Jujutsu Kaisen minute.
I hope you guys were really nice this year so that Santa brings you lots of presents.
Not naughty.
Yes. This is our Christmas present to you, or our winter holiday present for you.
Yes.
Yes, we're all inclusive here.
Every happy holidays, you guys. We will never say Merry Christmas.
I have been saying Merry Christmas.
I don't think anybody really cares.
I don't think anybody really cares either. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you're okay, that this is all the Jujutsu Kaisen.
Thank you guys for another great Anime for Blondes year.
Oh my god, we're closing out a second year.
I know.
Like, wow, how magical is that?
And just as a reminder, we are taking a break until the next free run, or until free run comes out. So
in January. So yes. Now begins our winter break.
Yes.
And we will see you in January for season 4 of Anime for Blondes, where we will be recapping FRIEREN every single week. And to keep up with all of that and to see what else we're up to and what else we're talking about, you can follow us on social media at Anime for Blondes Pod on TikTok and Instagram.
And make sure you're subscribed on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts, and like, comment, review, whatever you can do on whatever platform. It just really helps us out. And I hope you guys have a special and safe holiday season. Bye!
Anime for Blondes.